How's it going, everyone? This is Brett Darian, and I finally picked up a Switch OLED. Some of you might know that I had a launch model Switch. I did an unboxing video of that when I first got it 5 years ago now in 2017. Hard to believe it's been 5 years ago already since the Switch came out, but yeah, so it's been 5 years, and now this is the Model 2 of the Switch, maybe in the Model 3, depending if you count the Switch Lite or not. But yeah, this is the updated Switch. It's not the Switch Pro that everybody wanted, but it's still an update. It's still got a few improvements, so we'll take what we can get. There probably will eventually be a Switch Pro or another whole new console that comes out in the next couple of years, but for now, we just have this. So I've been wanting to get the Switch OLED since it came out. In fact, when the day it came out, I actually went looking around at GameStops to see if I could find one. But I changed my mind. I decided to hold off, and the reason for that is that I had the launch Switch, and I had that for about 4 years, and I honestly didn't play it that much. Though when 2020 hit and the new Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, I did start playing the Switch a bit more. But then I traded my Switch, and then I've been Switchless now for like almost a year. So, but I still wanted to get this, and so I got this used off eBay. But it is slightly used, so it should still be in pretty good shape. So, alright, so enough rambling, let's just open it up here. Of course, this is going to be very similar to the original Switch. It's, pretty much the same parts, but it does look a little different. Starting with, we now have white Joy-Cons instead of black ones. Yay. But yeah, so there's been some issues with the Joy-Cons, unfortunately. So, Joy-Con drift, I've experienced it, perhaps you have as well. And from what I've been researching, Nintendo has been kind of hesitant to actually admit that Joy-Con drift is a thing, and it's something that they're working on to fix. So, I don't know if they are or not. And there's been lawsuits and everything too, which, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, here is the Switch itself. Yeah, now that is a nice looking screen. And I think the seller said this has a screen protector on it. It might. I'm not entirely sure though, but it might. It looks really clean. So yeah. So this actually has a smaller bezel, so the screen itself is actually a little larger, even though the console itself is the same size. So that's really nice. And just like the other Switch, your Joy-Con slide in here. And I think that this mechanism for sliding the Joy-Cons in has also been improved. And I do think it has. They now slide in much easier. And yeah, this does feel nice. I remember this feeling a bit, not bad, but this does feel nice. This does feel pretty good, I must say. This does feel pretty good. So this is a nice improvement over the original Switch. Yeah. So, very nice looking. Alright, so some other things we have in here, of course, we have your usual warranties and safety guides and stuff like that. And we got an HDMI cable here. And it looks like he packed it pretty good, so sometimes it's hard to repack these. So here, of course, the power cable. And another change has been the Switch dock. Yeah, so this is the new revised Switch dock, and this back now can be completely removed, whereas with the original Switch, it was hinged here at the bottom, So it just had to like hang off like that. But this one you can completely remove. And there also is an Ethernet port now, right there. Though from what I've been hearing, it's not that much better than Wi-Fi, but you know, but still, it would at least provide a more reliable connection if you have spotty Wi-Fi. Yeah, so switch dock, and the switch just slides right in there. And yeah, so I mean, even though I usually prefer my consoles to be black, I mean, just a preference, this switch actually does look pretty good in white. Like the Dreamcast looks very good in white. So I mean, your consoles can look good in white, and this is a good example of that. The black bezel and the black buttons go really well with the rest of the system that's white. So very nice contrast. So yeah, very like this. This does feel a bit more premium and looks a bit more premium than the original Switch. Alright, and lastly, we have the, this should be the grip controller. Yep. The grip controller, which, you know, you just remove the Joy-Cons, which there's a button on the back, of course, for that, so you just remove it. And these are much easier to remove, too, by the way. They just slide in and out. It's very simple. So that goes in there. A very nice, satisfying click. Alright. And now that slides in. And there you have your grip controller. Or I think this is referred to usually as the dog bone controller, so that's pretty funny, but yeah. So yeah, once again, very nice mechanism, simple, easy, smooth, very good. So as for any Switch games that I might be playing, well, I've still got Animal Crossing, so I'll definitely be playing more of this. Though unfortunately, I did lose my save file when I traded in my older Switch because I did not have the Nintendo Plus subscription, the Nintendo Online subscription, so I couldn't use the cloud saves. But I think I'll be getting that this time, so I'll be able to back up my save. But I gotta start all over again. Gotta start with a new island and everything. But I mean, that should be fun. And I also got Cruisin' Blast. I've been really wanting to play this. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. I have played the other cruising games in the series on the N64, and they're pretty good games. And this game, once again, has been getting a lot of praise. So this is definitely a racing game that I think I would like. I like these like arcade racing games that are really crazy and you're driving through crazy environments and stuff's happening. So yeah, so I'm sure I'll enjoy that. And I still have my my Switch Pro controller as well. I've held on to that, so I should be all ready to go to play more Switch. So that's my Switch OLED model. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.